This is a Tape Deck podcast.
Hello, and welcome back to Inside the Runner Studio. This is your host, Tom, and with me, as always, are Aaron, Michael, and Diana.
Hello.
Hello.
And we are super excited. We've gone international for this one. We're very, very excited, very, very humbled. We have one of our friends, Laura. Hi, Laura.
Hi there.
How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Great. So, you know the format. This is kind of rapid fire. We're going to ask you a bunch of running-related questions, some non-running related. Just get to know you. But before we do that, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Oh, yeah, sure. Well, I'm Laura. I live in the Netherlands. I live in a town called Enschede. It's near the German border. And I got into Run Disney. I think the first race was in 2016.
Oh, did you do Paris? Was that your first Run Disney?
It was my very first Run Disney yet, in inaugural year in Disneyland Paris. We had no idea that we would do it annually then. We thought, just a one-time thing. But they got us hooked.
Yeah. So are you perfect then?
Yeah, so far, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's so fun. Well, and I think the Disneyland Paris races, like, they are so much more in the parks than the domestic course. Like, you spend a lot more time there. Like, the 5K was amazing. We've only done it once, but the year we did it, they didn't even have the 10K yet. And then you like run through like the French countryside, so it's beautiful. You're like not running through like
the highways.
Highways. And then when you're in like Disneyland, you run through like really like kind of bad, like rundown areas.
Ugh.
And like in Paris, it's not like that. Like, it's just beautiful everywhere you are.
Yeah, that's on my bucket list. I'll get there one day.
All right, so you want to jump in? Diana will have the first question.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so we just talked about Disneyland Paris races. Is there a bucket list race or a place in the world you'd most like to run?
Yeah, I would love to do a standalone marathon. I did 2 marathons, and they were both during Dopey. So I've never done a standalone marathon before. And I would like to do it in a big European city, maybe London, Berlin, Paris. I'm not very picky, just one, just an European city. Yeah.
That would be pretty awesome.
Europe is on my bucket list for everything. Yeah, I haven't been. When I was in, I think Germany, I went to Brussels. I looked for races, but there wasn't anything around at that time of year when I was going. So, one day, what was the worst day you remember running, racing or otherwise?
Oh, it was a race which I shouldn't even had started it. I had a very bad injury. I had a knee injury. It was in October, and 2 months later, I was on the operation bed, and they found out my ligaments were torn.
Oh
my God.
Wow. So there was something going on with my knee, and I had no idea what it was. So that race didn't go well.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's a bad one.
Typical runner.
Yeah.
Run the race anyway.
All right. So do you stop for characters, dogs / beer or shots when you see them on course?
Oh, absolutely. We do the Run Disney races for the character stops. It's a big plus for us to be able to meet rare characters. In the US, we can stop for a lot more than in Paris because the Paris lines are very long. They are at least 20 to 30 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, the longest we've waited was for Black Panther because he made his first appearance in Disneyland Paris. The wait was 45 minutes.
Oh, my God.
That would have been an awesome character stop. Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing. It was worth the wait, but the crowd was getting thinner because we were so at the back. It took us 2 hours to finish that 5K.
Yeah. I mean, you got a value for your money there.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. What is the biggest mistake you've ever made in a race?
Oh, back to that 10K. I shouldn't even have started it.
We're just starting it.
I've never had a DNS, but that should have been a good decision to not even start that race.
How did you make it through?
Well, I've got an injury in August, and I didn't know, and my physical therapist didn't know what was happening either. I did the 36K challenge in Paris as well with that injury.
Oh my gosh.
It took a while to figure out what was going on. I had a MRI, but they still couldn't see what was happening, so that's why I had to go to the surgeon to check out what was going on inside my knee.
Oh my God.
Wow. And you just kept running through it.
Yeah, I was a fool.
Well, with like knee pain is hard, right? Because you can't tell if it's actually a problem or you're just like old. Like like even before I had my knee injury, when I was training for dopey, like my knee would hurt sometimes after a run, and I would like ice it and it'd feel better. And there was really nothing wrong with it other than like, oh, you're just using it a lot. And then so it's like hard to distinguish like when something's an actual problem, I think.
Yeah, because Michael has a lot of knee problems, and I always say that maybe he should just have it checked out just in case. And still, we haven't done that.
We'll get there.
Have we?
We'll get there.
Yep. Okay. Oh, this is a good one. I always like to hear this. So this is about whether or not you're superstitious or not, Laura. Do you wear the race shirt or premium during the race or prior to finishing the race?
Well, that's a very interesting topic, I believe, because I found out a couple of weeks ago. I asked that question on my Instagram story, and it turns out Europeans think very different about that than Americans do.
Nice.
When you see the promo photos of Disneyland or Run Disney France, you see a lot of people wearing the race shirts. And it's totally acceptable over here. The local races have people wear the shirts as well. We don't wear the finisher or I did it shirts, but to wear the race shirts is not a problem at all. And some races even encourage it. I had one race where you just had to wear that shirt because it was your bib. If you didn't have the shirt, you weren't allowed at the starting line.
That's pretty cool.
Like your number was on the actual shirt?
No. It was there wasn't a number on it. It was just everybody had to wear that shirt. It was bright orange, so everybody could see you were in that race.
Wow. That's so weird because as you have found out,
I would say
the U.S., most people,
percentage.
Yeah. And usually when you see someone wearing it, it's because you're like, oh, that's a new runner and they don't know yet.
Yeah. That's what I got as feedback as well. Oh, you're probably a new runner when you wear the shirt. I'm like, what? No.
Yeah.
No. Oh, and I also found out that people say, oh, you can't wear a band shirt to the band's concert. And I was like, what? You support a band, you wear that shirt. But apparently it's a no-go over there as well. So,
wait, is this...
Yeah, different opinions.
Tom, is this true?
I'm going to say... Yes, you can.
Oh,
I'll say it.
Well, that I think got really popular. There's this like 90s movie called PCU with Jeremy Piven.
Yeah.
And like David Spade and like it's super 90s. And I think it's Jon Favreau who says you can't wear the band to the concert. Yeah. Like,
don't be that person.
Yeah, don't be that guy. Is I think what he says. It's such a 90s movie.
It is very 90s. I want to do the chant, but I won't. All right, we're going to move into the random questions. What is your favorite way to waste time when you're online?
Oh, probably Instagram and Facebook. Yeah. I just love seeing everybody's posts, their Disney posts, their running, their workout posts, and it's inspiring as well. If I see someone running that distance, I think, okay, I didn't feel like running, but I'll go out anyway because they did that incredible distance.
Awesome. So another random one, but a little Disney angle to it, or a complete Disney angle to it, I should say. Who is your favorite Disney character, live action or animated?
I know the answer to this.
Yeah.
I'll let you guess, Erin.
Well, she has a dog named after her favorite character and a tattoo of her dog.
That is a great.
That represents.
I know the Disney-fied tattoo is amazing.
Yeah,
I think
I've got two favorites. It's Donald. My dog is named after him as well, and it's Stitch. So we were trying to decide what shall we name our dog, and I don't like Stitch to call it, especially here in the Netherlands. You don't hear Stitch that much.
Yeah.
But Donald, we say Donald. As in Donald Duck, we say Donald Duck. So Donald is it's very uncommon, but people seem to like it, and we just love his name. Yeah.
Aww.
He's my favorite character, hands down.
And Stitch is my favorite character, so you've got two in common with us here.
Yeah. All right. If you could have any talent you currently do not have, what would it be and why?
That's the hard one. I thought about it, but I'm not sure. I would love to be able to speak more languages. I speak a little bit of French and German, but be really fluent in another language. That would be very handy as a European. Yeah.
True. Yeah.
Have you always spoken English?
No, and it really depends. My first English lessons were, I think I was about 9 years old, but John, my husband's first English lessons weren't until he was 14. So it really depends to what school you were going. And I do remember the first lessons. You were like, I like pizza, I don't like broccoli. So it's very easy. Because broccoli and pizza are basically the same in Dutch words, but that is the first steps you learned English.
That's funny.
That makes complete sense.
I love that. If you were a superhero, what would your superpower be?
I don't know. I don't think I would like to be invisible. I think I would like to fly. Just when you think, oh, I want to go to that place, I'll just fly over there. I want to go to Disneyland Paris, just fly over there. That would be cool.
Oh, it's me. Sorry. If you had to delete all but 3 apps from your smartphone, which ones would you keep?
I love this question. I love it. It's so good.
It's so hard.
I will definitely keep Instagram because I use that one a lot. We have a app over where we use for text messages. So WhatsApp, I'll probably keep that as well because you also can call with WhatsApp for free as long as you have an internet connection. And a third one, I would say Facebook because I'm in a lot of running groups and some are very, I really like being in there. Yeah, I've met some friends through some Facebook groups as well.
All right, so now we head to the James Lipton Memorial questions. And we start off with, what is your favorite word?
I would say joy. Not love is a pretty good one as well, but joy, it just sparks joy when you see that word. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a word that describes itself almost.
Yeah.
And what is your least favorite word?
Probably some ones I can't pronounce very well.
That's fair.
Just the words with double O, you can just say immediately, I'm not a native English speaker, like school, cool and good. Yeah, it's a little bit hard to pronounce for me. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, God.
What turns you on?
You always get this question, don't you?
Yes.
It's just the order in which we go.
And I'm trying to not make it weird, so.
But he always does.
It would probably be if someone is really passionate about something. If they like talking about something, that you see that spark in their eyes. It doesn't matter which subject it is, as long as they have passion about something. I think that's a very good quality.
That is a great answer. What turns you off?
Perfectly healthy adult people can't chew with their mouth closed.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love... Same. It's infuriating.
That is such a good answer. When they smack their lips as they're eating.
Yeah, no.
That actually probably goes... That's a good one for number 6 too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so funny. It's funny because Tom and I have to have that conversation a lot. He like will slurp like a sandwich. I was like, how are you making that much noise with like a turkey sandwich?
How do you slurp a sandwich?
Yes, those are the questions.
Somehow I drink solids all the time.
Yeah, I'm like, what is that noise? Also, early on in dating, we were at a Chinese food restaurant and we got like wonton soup. And then I look over at him and he's picked the bowl up and he's just drinking it like a cup of soup rather than using a spoon like a human adult. Like, what is that?
Save me from myself.
And somehow you married him.
And then I married him.
Hey.
Like, what?
It wasn't a deal breaker.
Oh, God. All right. So, other than, chewing, what sound or noise do you love?
The sleeping, snoring noises of my dog when he's asleep, and it's just so peaceful to listen to it. Yeah.
Aww.
Can you tell when he's dreaming?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Does his little paws like start moving a little and he starts twitching?
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's the best. It's the best. And then what sound or noise do you hate?
Well, no surprise, eating noises.
That's why I said this is a good question answer for number 6.
Oh, gosh.
I always call them yummy sounds. I was like, people are making yummy sounds when they're eating, and it's infuriating.
I mean, it is why they're making the noises.
Yeah.
All right. What is your favorite curse word?
Well, I think I curse more in English than I do in my native language. Yeah. The F word, we don't say that a lot in Dutch, but we use that happens a lot. But the F words, no, I only use it when I speak English, actually.
Okay. What is there a Dutch translation of that word?
No, not really.
Okay.
We use the same words. Yeah.
Okay.
What profession, other than your own, would you like to attempt?
Well, I always had multiple interests. I work in the medical field, but I would love to do something in tourism, maybe something for a hotel or anything. So probably something with that. Yeah.
And what profession would you not like to attempt?
I don't think I have the patience to work with very small children, with like a big group of 20 children. No, I one-on-one is fine, or just a small group, but No, I've got lots of respect for teachers with all the patience that they have, and they are doing such a great job in these difficult days as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't do that.
Yeah, I definitely couldn't.
No.
I agree.
Well, I'm lucky enough to ask you the last question. But before I do, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you on.
I know. We feel like we had to coax you to come on.
Yeah, Aaron asked me. I don't even remember how long ago it was, but I was like, no. I'm just very self-conscious about my accent. But then I did for you guys the Instagram story about the virtual live race, and I recorded some Instagram stories in English, and people were so positive about it. So that was really confident boost, and I was like, okay, Aaron, I'm going to be.
Yeah,
I was super excited when you said yes.
Absolutely. All right, so Laura, if heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
You did enough. Don't you all wonder why, if you have done enough, if you should have done a different job, if you should have been kinder? It's just you did enough.
Oh, that's actually really good.
That's a really good one.
Yeah. You're the first one, I think, to say something like that.
Yeah. I love that question. I love all the different answers, the variety that we get for that. Yeah.
I loved Anna's. And did Anna say the bar's open? I like that one as well. Yeah.
She's so fun. I love her.
What do you want to end with? Do you have any words of wisdom? Do you want to share your Instagram handle? Where can people find you?
Yeah, sure. I'm most active on Instagram. My name over there is Laura Duxon. Duxon isn't really my last name. Lots of people have been asking that. Oh, you called your dog Donald and his last name is Duxon. No. Donald was here before I got an Instagram handle, I think. Duxon is one of his nicknames we have for him. And I was like, oh, well, Laura Duxon, it's easy to pronounce.
Yeah.
It's easy to remember. So that's why I went with it. Yeah.
That's
I had
kind
no
of
idea
hilarious.
that wasn't your last name.
Yeah, that's actually pretty hilarious because I'm pretty sure that we all were like, oh, that's just her last name. That's just what we call you.
No, my last names, my maiden name and married name are very hard to pronounce in English, and even Dutch people don't know how to spell it.
Oh, geez.
And because I have a little bit of privacy on Instagram, that's why I chose Dutch.
Yep.
Totally understand.
All right. Well, Laura, again, thank you very much for coming on.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me. This was fun. Yeah.
So this is Tom for Aaron, Michael, Diana, and Laura. We'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh my gosh, you actually did an ending.
I know.
I know.
I'm so awkward.
He's been doing more.